Woo, gee, let's get it started. It is hot out here. Y'all don't even know. I did not come out, not because I wasn't ready. I kept coming out here. This is like the second time. I had to beat this face in this sun. We African and all, but dang, baby. We should stay on the continent. We done lost some of our ability to take some of this hot sun. I was in the house in a nice air condition. So how are my people today? Look, the coons aren't even stage front because that they're going fox up in the hen house, rolling down stormtroopers on white folks' kids. Now, y'all remember Charlottesville and, good people on both sides, and how they rolled up on the governor of, I think it was Minnesota, with the white folks with the long guns, and the officers standing out there in their uniforms couldn't even respond because they have freedom of speech. I don't know where all these freedoms going because they shooting out white people's kids. Now, I know that you saw it's hot. I am telling you, I had to bring, her sister ain't about to sweat. I had bought my things outside. I'm looking at the deploy, and I put this up on my page. I don't know how we missed it or we did not talk about it, but 45 has put together like some mishmash military. Some of them are from the National Guard retired. Some of them are from old Black Ops. Some of them are from Border Patrol. That's why they don't have on consistency of uniforms. Now, we went through the entire time of the Charlottesville with the good people on both sides. They had tiki torches. They're yelling blood and soil, which is about one of the most deepest racist Semitic tropes that you can fall out. He ain't seen nothing wrong with that. Black folks decide we stop. We ain't taking your little gunshots no more. We're not sitting around holding up our hands, rolling around on the floor, barking like dogs and all of that to get you to not shoot us. So I don't know, and this conversation. Let's tap your white friends. I need to understand under what legal law, because I've been looking at all of the lawyers jump through hoops justifying shooting Americans on American soil on peaceful protests. Now, the last time that we were being shot with dogs at peaceful protests was coming over that Pettis Bridge down in Alabama, down in Selma. So we having a Selma moment right now in Oregon, except these are young white kids. So this is what I like about the white brethren, a little different from us. Because when their kids start rolling down, when the authorities start rolling down on their kids, mamas came out. Mamas for the protest, whatever, mamas in lock. These white women in lock for their kids in Oregon. You got military militia rolling up under the guise of 45. Anybody told me no constitutional mandate that allows this nonsense. Because we have National Guard, we have the Army, the Air Force, the Marine, and the Coast Guard. Why are we using unknown guards? Like, I don't understand DC, and this is black DC, white DC, congressmen, senators, all of you politicians, all of you, Cory Booker, Kamala, go to the Republican side, y'all need to justify this man killing kids, white kids, black kids, poor kids, rich kids, shooting them in peaceful protests. Now, I'm gonna give you a funny, just to get off of this This motherfucker is on TV, on on Fox. He's bragging about his 80 IQ. He's even going to have a go back and forth with the guy that was doing the interview on Fox, saying, I bet you could not do the last 10 questions. That test was the hardest. I let Joe Biden sit right next to me, take the same test. He said, so the guy said, well, President, I took the last test. I took the test you took. The last 2 questions on the test was to count backwards from 100 by 7. Another question was, because I pulled up the daggone Rorschach test that they gave him. I had to have a funny because this is just to let y'all know how much of a maniac y'all dealing with. Hillary Clinton and President Obama, IQ's around 130. That's a little above average, okay? President Obama, 135. Now, we had some brilliant people. And let me tell you, one of them was Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton rolls up there like 140, 145. I think Adams was the highest, 168. He was brilliant. So was Jefferson, brilliant, 153. Kennedy, 148.8. The average electrician, technical school person averages 90, 95. Okay? I know my IQ test. I don't need to tell you, but just tell you this. I got it in Harvard and I got it to Stanford. So I'm just telling you that IQ tests do not mean how successful you're going to be. Let's get it straight. It's who you surround yourself with, your preparation, your dedication, and your commitment to complete a task. So IQ test is not a barrier. And matter of fact, if your IQ is too high and somebody's kid's IQ is stupid, but their money is long, and you trying to get in that same seat, okay, that long money is going to override your IQ. That's how we got Donald Trump up in the goddamn White House. So we don't care about his IQ. We know his IQ ain't nowhere near President Obama. So we're not talking about a brilliant man. We're not talking about a man who has any moral values. Remember I told you worried about, first you telling everybody you from New York, that you've been running around the garage. Back in the day, your happy ass was in the garage. Now you then arrested this chick over here that is the number 2 to the little pedophile. They showed the picture this morning that I was telling you about. The party where he met Melania was at Epstein's house. Who's in the picture? Him, Melania, and that chick that they just... actually, I think they arrested her in Iowa. So she got a little black book that's going to include a whole lot of people. Now I'm saying they better give that chick some guards because just like Epstein went to dead, they may find her ass somewhere dead. So they need to get her up into some security. Let me tell you why he let out his boy Roger Stone. Roger Stone has got more shit on Trump than you can. Roger Stone was talking shit. Anytime you gonna bust in his house with a no-knock warrant, and he already got a T-shirt on that says "I am innocent." Ready, he knew that they were coming. Who do you think he got his call from? Okay, so they rolled up on him. This motherfucker don't even do a day in jail. Flynn ain't did a day in jail. Okay, we are talking about treasons. From every last one of those Confederate statues, as I keep telling you guys, those were treasonous. They were the Confederates. Remember, anyone who fights against your own government is a treasonous. Confederates were treasonous. Every single person. Trump has let out murderers with pardons. Treasonous are not even going to jail with pardons. They put Cohen back in jail. They said, oh, Cohen broke his early parole. No. Cohen didn't break no early parole. Cohen started his book because Cohen is the number 2 to Cohen's indictment, and Cohen has done his time. Now let me tell you something different, and what you don't understand about pardons and computations. When you pardon, it's as if you never did the crime before. When you give a computation, you just said you've done enough time. So, Roger Stone got a computation. Why didn't you ask yourself, that's his boy, why didn't he pardon him? Because if he pardons him, that means the crime goes away. And they can go afterwards and indict his ass again. Because you just said the crime went away. That don't mean that we don't still have the evidence. But you cannot have double jeopardy. You cannot try a person twice for the same thing. So if you give them a pardon, they can technically re-indict him again. So that's why he got a computation. He gets the computation, he can plead the fifth on any of the information that they find out about Trump. You have to know, those lawyers are not sitting there, not figuring out who he's going to give a pardon to, who he's going to give your computation to, and why. If he give a pardon means you wipe away it's clean. The computation means you've done enough time, they cannot try you again, and you complete the fifth. This is calculated. This is calculated. We continue to forget the conversation that started this nonsense in Trump Tower with Manafort, his son, the Russian reporter, and it was one other Russian in the room, in Trump Tower. Remember, this was all about supposed to be, even if it was about adoption. President Obama had mandated that those Russians had to leave the country, no more adoption of a Russian baby, and President Obama took control over a compound that was owned by the Russians in Virginia. As soon as 45 got in, he gave them back that compound. That conversation where he got the call, remember, it was from Lucifer over in England. We now know Lucifer is one of those persons listed in these indictments. The same indictment that Roger Stone got convicted of. See, this thing is so, I'm talking legalese, and half of y'all probably don't give a shit or damn what I'm talking about, but I'm asking you just to put together the pieces. If any of you have the time, go back and look at my lives on YouTube. In January of 2017, when he went into office, I listed every single person in his administration because I went and did a background check on every last one of them. What their connections were to Russia, to the Bank of Cyrus, to the Prime Minister of, see, you get my brain fart right now, Kim Jong-un. Okay, all of these connections are going to start coming forth. This is why I don't want to get too far up into the coons, because I'm going to see where the coons going to go when the shooting starts. Because that major coon preacher is from Atlanta. I don't know what church you go to in Atlanta, but that church is in Atlanta. This is what we're going to have to deal with, y'all. If knowing that we're going to win this, and that's why I'm saying I'm knowing it, because if any of y'all black asses, white, Jewish, mamas, women with vaginas, vote for this fool, this ain't just a black thing. And while we talking about the black thing, we're going to talk about later on, y'all writing these books. And everybody got a book out to try to explain to white people about black people. Let me tell you something. Y'all got to write a book about human beings. You got to write a book. All you need to do is, if you don't have it in your soul, I am not writing a book that's going to change who you are. Who you are is who you are. You got to decide to do that on your own. But that's a whole nother subject. I'm going to get that tonight, because I'm a little, everybody's got a book. Even Joy's got a book. Eddie Glad's got a book. Cornel West has got a book. Some white woman has wrote a book. I forget the freaking name of the book, but it basically, it's asking white people to atone. Now, look, I ain't asking no white people to atone for some shit happened before they were born. What I'm asking them to do is to come into realization that it happened. Come into the realization of what was taken and what you owe us as a people. That when you kept breaking our legs every time we took one step up, you kept breaking our legs. No, you didn't clip us, you broke our legs. So we need to be repaired. Reparations means to repair what you broke. That's all I need. I don't need you to come and tell me I realize, I had some great revelation. Nobody ain't writing no books right now that's going to give grown folks revelation on what, if you're a racist, you're a racist. Sometimes, even with black people. Remember I could say yesterday, I was about to say, I'm going to tell you what I was about to say because we know we said, I was about to say, that cracker, that's what I was about to say. But I know word cracker to us is, first of all, the saltine. It's really the comparing the skin color to crackers, which we used to eat when we was little. To them, it may not have the same connotation, but when we say crackers, it's like them saying colored or some shit. But it can be used it can be, if you say it with the wrong look and the wrong attitude, cracker can sound real nasty. So I didn't say it. But I wanted to say, so I wanted to tell you because I'm not afraid to say it, because it is always in the context of how people say shit. So what are we're talking about here? This man, and with his great 80 IQ, who thinks he's so brilliant, is got people with real serious IQ. Bill Barr has quite an IQ. So when you got brilliance mixed with idiot, and the idiot is supposed to, the brilliant guy is making the idiot think that he's the brilliant guy, let me tell you something. This man, the only way they do not do the exchange of power is if we start a war. That is in the Constitution. You cannot change the hands of power in the middle of a war. Okay? We ain't talking about a foreign war, because they can change the power in foreign war. We've done it before. We had the Vietnam War. We had, we had this whole Iraq. We're talking Civil War. Now, ain't nobody used that since the Civil War. But right after November the 3rd, and I want you, because tonight we have to get into some substance, because I'm telling you, it is hot as a mofo out here. I don't know why I came outside. I should have did this stuff in the house. But this man's only out is going to be to start a war. We need all hands on deck. This is my thought process, because we're going down, like I said, I don't know who's trying to call me while I'm having this session here, but we need this man to pick the VP. First of all, let me be honest, Biden is looking old as hell. When he was walking out there the other day, I was like, okay, bro, you looking a little. Now, check this out. This is in my mind. He gonna pick a black woman. He pick a black woman, and he decides that he can't do them last 4 years. She becomes president. She then gets to pick her VP. Now, what we get, now, she probably ain't gonna pick another black woman. She probably will pick a Latina. I'm just saying it. But 2 women running the country at the same time. That's why I'm saying women unite. White women, black women, Spanish women, Mexican women, Jewish women, Catholic women, whatever, with every women's organization in this country, every melanin shade, white is the white, dark is the night. We use this thing right. He gonna pick a sister, and we loyal. Black women, we loyal. I don't care what you black men say, we loyal. If we say we gonna do something, we gonna do it. So you best believe, if they make this condition, and I'm telling you, I don't know this to be true, but I know we ain't crazy. And I know that these Democrats ain't crazy. And we got 2 men gonna be 80 years old within the next 2 years. Donald Trump even looking a little, what he's saying is wackadoodle, but I'm looking at Biden looking a little weak. So I don't even know if he's gonna do the first 4 years. So we gotta be very strategic. So this is what I'm motivating us. He's going to pick a black woman. He is going to pick a black woman. That black woman gets to pick her VP. I don't care if it's a Latina woman. Matter of fact, make it a Latina woman. A black woman and a Latina woman running the country of the United States of America. Lord Jesus, y'all gonna make me start dancing around out here up in the backyard. Because how can I honor my sister who has lost her son? I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about that. I wanted to tell you though, I didn't say this last night. My stalker was a black man. Her stalker was a white man who hated women, who had all kinds of racism about women, and especially Spanish women. This black man was a doctor. Crazy as hell. Never knew him, never met him, no case. He just saw me somewhere and started looking up you Google lawyers and judges, there's a site called Road Probe where people go to complain about judges and say any kind of nasty shit they want. So on Road Probe, you damn near get everything about a judge other than their house number. And if you go deep enough into real estate and all that, you can find out their house number, which is how he found out my house number. He had my house, my job, my vacation home, all my cars, the school my daughter went to, the church I went to. I got a phone call in a hotel room on vacation. So that's how deep that period was. I had to get that out last night. And but I'm still have Esther and Mark in my heart. So a Latina woman and a black woman running the United States of America. If we can go from President Obama to the gutter of Donald Trump, you talking about a rise of a black woman and a Latina woman running this country? Baby, that's what I'm talking about. So what I want us to do, I mean, giving energy to the coons, they're gonna go back into the coon hole in about 4 more months. They ain't gonna get, look, because I'm still, look, every time I see their asses on something, I'm gonna have something to say. I'm gonna have something to say to the people who give them positions, who give them spots. I don't want to see them on nothing. Okay? I don't want to see them on nothing. Don't turn. Look, your black card has been officially. You still black, but as far as I'm concerned, you opaque. All right, you blended in to something that I don't understand. But what we gonna concentrate on, and I need us to do this thing now. I already got over y'all. Told my daughter she can go back because the school, they doing some crazy stuff. They got glass partitions like part between the desk. Her school spent about $4 million in 2 months to reconfigure. These kids are coming from around the world. My daughter goes to what they call the Harvard of the sky. These kids are starting at 130 IQs. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. They starting at 700s on SAT scores. This my daughter goes to a really, really good school. So they were giving me all kinds of reasons yesterday on that phone about how, her room is ready. Everybody got a private room. All the upper class, they done bought a hotel off the campus. Everybody got their own room. So I'm good. My baby going back. I can't go because I'd have to quarantine. So I'm sending her back on auto train in August. So I'm over that emotional feeling. But I am on this DC track. I don't know where I'm going. I keep telling y'all, if y'all know somebody who knows somebody, call me up so I can get to that somebody. We got to get to Washington because we are this is about to go down. This fight is going to happen. I don't know to the extent, but if he is shooting down on white people's kids in one of the whitest states, Oregon ain't like there's no lot of black people in Oregon. They've been marching in Oregon for George Floyd. Let me tell you, when white people are on your side, you don't need to write them no books. You don't need to write them no books. You don't need to write these books for these white people to know what's racist and what's not racist. White people I know understand what racism is. They'll tell you in a minute. I can't feel being black, I can't be black, but I know what it feels like just being nasty to somebody or not giving somebody an equal chance. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking white people to turn into some kind of, giving me no sympathy. I don't need your sympathy or your empathy. I need you to just come to an agreement. boom, this is the shit that America did. Boom, this is what you did to us. Boom, this is what you took. And how can we best mend it? So you can't give me back at 59 everything that I should have had, because you know what? I surpassed what I should have had anyway. Okay? But how about the money that my daughter paying to go to one of the most expensive schools in this state? How about y'all doing us and give me a solid and give her free tuition? How about that? How about some free health care? How about that? Since we got the most existing conditions in this country because of how we had to live, because we couldn't get insurance, because we couldn't get certain jobs, how about the rest of our life having free health care? Come on, Bernie Sanders had it up. And then the other thing about you, Bernie Byrne, you Bernie Byrne, mother freakers. How about Bernie, when Bernie said that no woman could run this country? That's pretty misogynist to me. For all you Bernie Burns, okay? Remember when Elizabeth Warren stepped up to him and says, why did you say to me that a woman couldn't run this country? And Bernie's like, oh, we could talk about that at some time, because she went straight to his behind right there on that stand. So all you Bernie Burns, Bernie's a misogynist too, okay? So I don't give a damn about you little Bernie Byrne people. This is what we got. Let's get some names. We just throwing some names up. Val Demings is out there. I'm still thinking about, oh God, what's the sister that was on Obama's team? Used to be the Secretary of State. Isn't her last name Rice too? I'm thinking about her. Reason why. We need somebody that already has international relations. Somebody who don't have to go and meet people again. She done met everybody all around the world. All around the world. And if you really want to give the Republicans a bone, you want somebody who's sharp. Pick a sister, let her. The only reason why I would say no, because then he could go run for president. But get a sister in Colin Powell. How about that? A sister in Colin Powell. Colin Powell, Republican. I don't think he ever registered for being a Democrat. He voted for a Democrat, but he's still a Republican. Let's think about these combinations, because that's what we're going to do. Because I'm telling you, I don't know if Biden's going to last out 8 years. All right, I'm coming back with y'all later, because I really got to go in to do some work. I came outside, but it's hot as hell out here, because it's summertime. I love you. We're going to have real talk later. I didn't even really want to go into the IQ thing. You know he's an idiot. But the fact that he's on television thinking that his 80 was something that, oh, I bet you he didn't get an 80. I think he was thinking about 100 as the highest score, and he got an 80. No, bro. Dude, you below average. Average is 100. You got 80. Anyway, deuces. We're going to do this later. I love you, I love you, I love you. And thank you for listening to my broken heart last night. It ain't completely healed, but you're filling in those gaps. Filling in that crack ain't falling apart. You're the glue that's holding me together. Love you. Deuces.